The Customers page is for handling new inquiries. Here, you can create new customers and their projects. The page is divided into 3 sections: the Customers list, Customer profile, and Project details. The initial Customers list displays the most recently created customers. You can search for your existing customers based on criteria such as customer status, the period in which the customer was created, name, address, and postcode. Clicking the Create New button will reveal the Customer Profile section with all inputs blank and ready for you to enter the required details. Clicking on the radio button next to a customer's name will activate the Customer Profile section with all of the customer's details filled in. The Customer Profile section displays the customer's contact information, projects, and actions. Note that customer actions are not visible to guest users. At the top of the Customer Details form, there is an Actions input. The available actions vary depending on the customer's status. New customers can only be created. Existing customers can be updated, archived, or deleted. And archived customers can be extracted or deleted. The Customer Projects section displays all of the projects created for that particular customer. From here, you can update, create, or activate a project. The Project Progress column indicates the project's lifecycle status, which can be one of the following: lead, scheduled, working, archived, or processing. The processing status is only temporary and occurs when the app is creating, extracting, or archiving project data. When a project has the processing status, no actions can be taken. Clicking the radio button next to a project's name will activate the Project Details section for that project, while clicking the Create New button will activate the Project Details section with all inputs blank and ready for you to enter the required details. Clicking the Activate Toggle button next to a project will make that project active, meaning that all project-related pages will show data specific to that particular project. These project-related pages include survey, build specifics, all pages within the outputs, and all documents. The Customer Actions section displays all of the actions created for that particular customer, which represent the history of communications between you and the customer. Here, you can create, update, or delete actions. Deletion is not allowed for actions that have been marked as completed. Actions include details such as what the action is about, when it is to happen, and a checkbox to mark the action as completed. The action completion date color indicates whether the action has been completed, is approaching the completion deadline, or is overdue. Once you have finished working with actions, remember to save the changes. When an action is overdue or the completion date is approaching, it will appear in the dashboard page Customer Actions table, with the most urgent actions displayed at the top. The Project Info section has 3 parts: Project Details, Project Components, and Assign Components. Like the Customer Profile Details, Project Details has an action input at the top of the form, and the available actions depend on the project status. For instance, in addition to the usual update, archive, or delete actions, existing lead projects have a schedule action, which will place the project within the scheduled projects view and modify all project-related data that contains certain dates according to the project start date. Working projects will have a finish action instead of a schedule action, with a disabled project start input and a project finished checkbox next to it. The Project Components section shows the components assigned to the project, such as a house extension or a loft conversion. Typically, a project has only one component, but sometimes the customer may want multiple building projects done, and additional components can be added. Checking the checkbox next to a component removes it from the project. If currently there is only one component, the project will be left with no components, and the app will automatically delete it. Clicking the Expand button displays the list of modules that the component consists of. Note that modules cannot be removed from the component here. This can only be done in the survey or build specifics. Lastly, the Assign Components part allows addition of new components to the project. The project components can be sourced from templates or any other projects category, so you can reuse similar projects. Use the search inputs to get the list of available projects, and if you select a project with multiple components, all of them will be added to your project. Checking the checkbox next to the search result list item adds its components to your project, and clicking the Expand button shows the list of modules within the components project. Clicking the Info button will show a pop-up with project details.